It's a taxing business seeking out that dream home in the country.
Am I persuading you?
Not sure at the moment.
For one, accommodating extended family requires delicate handling.
Unfortunately, my mum has to deal with the family chaos. She cannot escape it.
And sometimes a little vision is required to see what a home could become.
I'm loving that.
My goodness me, what a difference it could make.
Yeah, totally.
Agreed. Exciting.
But rest assured, we're on hand to help navigate any choppy waters.
So that leaves you potentially with 100,000 to throw at this.
Would that make the house work?
It would.
Yeah?
I think it would.
Serene glens, tumbling waterfalls and tranquil lochs. To reconnect with nature, there's no better place than Perth and Kinross. Well, if you are a regular watcher of my adventures on Escape to the Country, you will often hear me refer to being in the heart of a county, the heart of a region. But where I am stood now, I am quite literally in the heart of Scotland. The locals in the market town of Pitlochry, just behind me, will tell you that if you put your finger on a map here and turn it upside down, it would, in theory, balance perfectly. It therefore is the perfect place to begin this Scottish escape to the country. Covering just over 2,000 square miles of central Scotland, Perth and Kinross is one of the least densely populated areas in the country.
It really is the heart of Scotland. To the north you've got rolling hills and mountains, Cairngorm National Park, so you can go and skiing or hiking. We've got fishing on a lot of great rivers, fantastic golf courses, lots of fantastic castles, generally a great place to live with fantastic communities.
The enchanting village of Kenmore is one of them. Built on the northern banks of Loch Tay back in the 1760s, today it has a reputation as a centre for water sports. In the Victorian town of Pitlochry, the 3,000 residents support a thriving high street and enjoy walks on the stunning trails that surround the town.
I would say Perth and Kinross is the outdoor capital of Scotland. We've got the Cateran Trail, which is 64 miles circular walk. We've got some tremendous mountains. We've got, I think, 22 Munros within Perth and Kinross and within easy reach. Why wouldn't anybody want to come here?
Honestly, Bob, I can think of no reason whatsoever. For me, house hunting in Scotland is always rewarding. Wherever you go, you are spoilt with the most dramatic views possible. But there is something, dare I say it, a little bit special about Perth and Kinross. The landscapes here are truly epic. The lochs, I think, speak for themselves. No wonder today's house hunters want to call this place home.
Our dream destination would be to look out one window, see a loch, and look out another window and see a mountain.
6 months ago, Jess, originally from Bolton, and Graham, who grew up in Aberdeen, sold their home on the outskirts of the Cheshire town of Warrington and moved into a rental property in the Perthshire town of Pitlochry.
We want to have the best life ever for our children and for ourselves and for our business and for our hobbies.
Really want the opportunity just to be able to nip up and take ourselves to the mountains in the winter. Yeah.
We want the lochs, like
Near
we can
lochs.
do paddleboarding,
Yeah.
you want to do your swimming.
Yeah.
We want to be surrounded by nature so we can do walking and bird watching.
That one sounds like a blackbird. That one could be a wren.
Our couple have set their hearts on living a more outdoorsy lifestyle for their two sons, 4-year-old Cooper and 2-year-old Woody.
We've just seen them transform because the house that we're renting is just surrounded by sheep and fields, and they're just their own little characters. They just go out there talking to the sheep and just having a great time. It's been lovely for them.
There's a real sense of adventure to what we're doing. It's exciting. You can see the kids are excited about sort of building this next stage to our life.
Since Jess's mum will also be making the move with them, the couple want a detached property with 4 bedrooms. They need an office from which they can run their outdoor furniture business and ideally a 1/4 of an acre of land with mountain or forest views. Their budget? £350,000.
Wow, what a move this could prove to be. Because let's be honest, they are an outdoorsy family and they are looking for an opportunity to give their 2 young boys a very different upbringing and a very different lifestyle to that which they may have undertaken in Cheshire. So yeah, there's a lot riding on it, but my goodness me, there is a lot of opportunity for them here as well. They are going to have lots here to tempt them and lots here to entertain them. I cannot wait to meet them and get this house search underway.
We begin with a property in a hamlet near Bridge of Calais. Sitting on the banks of the River Ardle, the community in this friendly village has a hotel, a specialist fishing bookshop, a post office and general store, and bus services to neighbouring Kirkmichael, Blairgowrie town and the ski slopes of Glen Shee. The house in question is a few miles north of this village, where I'm meeting Jess and Graham on a peaceful trail that winds its way through the Dalrullian forest.
Well, guys, welcome back to Scotland, I should say, Graham. I mean, this is home for you, isn't it?
Absolutely, thank you, Jules. Yeah, pleased to be back.
Now, I know that you spent about 3 months living with your parents, Graham, up here. That obviously was the catalyst to make you think, yeah, we could make this work.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a challenge, family of 4, back with my parents. But yeah, it gave us an opportunity to really, get a feel for it and have a look around as well.
And when we were doing our research on the whole of Scotland, we kind of found Perth and Kinross was the perfect place for our family because we're so close to ski slopes, so many lochs here, so many things to do, you know, as a family that like to be outdoors.
Yeah, we couldn't think of anywhere else that would suit us better.
We've just got to find you somewhere to live.
Fingers crossed,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you may be interested to know that our first property is just down there.
Oh, wow.
So actually,
Brilliant.
you as a family and the boys would have the run of this wood.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
So should we get on with it?
Yes, definitely.
Come on, let's go.
This footpath is just 100 metres or so from the front door of this detached stone cottage, one of a handful of properties that make up this idyllic rural hamlet.
So this is your front garden.
Okay.
There are the woods that we were just in. And this is what I want you to look at. That one.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, first impressions, it's this is lovely, yeah.
It does look very looked after, doesn't it?
It really is.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excited to see inside.
I'm
we have a look?
intrigued,
Come on.
Yeah.
The property, a former cowshed or byre in Gaelic, dates back to the 1700s and was converted into a family home in 2019.
So, come on in. This is the corridor that kind of links it all together, but we'll begin in here.
Yeah,
it's nice.
nice. It's got a nice feel to it.
Yeah.
Beautiful range, is it?
Yeah, gas top on that one.
Yeah, it feels very light in here. Very lovely and airy, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm excited to see more,
Yeah.
to see how it flows.
Yeah. Well, it sort of flows through into here. The principal living room, I suppose you'd say.
Yeah, this is lovely. It's like a real snug of a living room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely room. Really nice size for us all to get in
Yeah.
here.
I like
Yeah,
that you can see
flow.
the kitchen as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. It's a nice open plan that we've not had yet in a house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go back down the corridor. Come and follow me. So, little glimpse of the garden. We'll get to that later on. Obviously, there's the hallway and the front door. Lovely double bedroom in here. Mm-hmm. But come and have a look at this, because this is on the spec as one of the 4 bedrooms that this property is described as having, but they've got it set up as a snug.
Situated at the rear of the property, overlooking the back garden, this snug has the family bathroom next door, and next to that, a bedroom presently in use as an office. There's the potential here then for Jess's mum to have a very neat, self-contained wing if Jess and Graham are prepared to forgo a bedroom.
It would be great, wouldn't it, to have a separate lounge for the kids or for my mum, you know, just a space to break away.
Yeah, 100%.
And actually, it gives her a sort of suite of rooms, doesn't it? Because actually, you know, if she's got a friend round or something like that and just wants to chill out, she's got bedroom there, she's got obviously the bathroom, etc., and then into here. And she's at this end. She doesn't need to get into the kind of family chaos if she doesn't want to, potentially. So.
Good point.
Unfortunately, my mum has to deal with the family chaos. She cannot escape it.
I'm leaving Jess and Graham to explore the rest of the house at their leisure, starting with the main bedroom, which looks out over the front.
OK, this is nice.
Oh yeah, this is good. I like the fact that it's got this awesome big windowsill.
Yeah, this is good.
Nice thick walls.
I feel like I'd want to sit on that, like read a book.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's good.
Shower. That's great.
Oh, we've never had an ensuite. That's lovely.
That's a big positive.
Next door is the double room we briefly poked our noses into earlier.
OK, this is cute. I feel like this would be the boys' bedroom.
Yeah, it could work for them.
Yeah.
Bunk beds.
Potentially.
You'd need a wardrobe here.
Yeah, yeah. You could definitely build something here,
Yeah.
just to make full use of the space.
Yeah.
The grounds here extend to about 1/3 of an acre. A south-facing front garden has a seating area and is bordered by a stone wall. Then this sizable north-facing back garden has a large patio, a timber shed and a lovely summer house complete with power.
The garden is a real selling point.
Yeah, this is
This
like
really
my favourite
works.
bit.
Yeah, this 100% works, and that looks idyllic to be as an office.
I guess we need to think about how much it might cost you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh gosh. I'm going to say 305.
£305,000, bearing in mind Scotland, so offers over.
Yeah.
Yeah, OK.
I would say offers over 330.
£330,000. Interesting. Well, this is currently on the market for offers over £315,000.
OK.
Interesting.
I think that's quite a good price.
Yeah, that is good.
Would you like to have another look around?
Yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Go on then. It's
Okay.
all yours.
Thank you.
This detached converted buyer has an open-plan kitchen dining living room, 4 bedrooms, 1 ensuite and a family bathroom. On a plot of around 1/3 of an acre in an idyllic rural spot on the edge of a forest, it's on the market for offers over £315,000.
I really like the house. Possibly the only major compromise is the location. Although it's given us everything we wanted around, access to things for the children, we are a bit out of the way where we are. But that's the only compromise I can see.
The house doesn't need that much doing to it, and that is a big bonus. It's really nice. It's definitely got a really good feel to it. I could see us being really happy here.
Well, there we are. Property 1 done. Reasonably successful, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait to see what else you've got in store.
Wow, I can't wait to show you. Come on, let's go.
Blairgowrie and Rattray, the largest town in Perth and Kinross and home to just over 9,000 people.
It's quite a friendly local town. Everyone knows everyone. There's plenty of events that go on in Blairgowrie, and there's a lot of things that happen in the Well Meadow, sort of community-led events. And there's the Highland Games that happen once a year, which seems to be a pretty popular event that everyone goes to.
Referred to by the locals as Blair, it's actually 2 towns. Blairgowrie, the larger of the 2, lies on the southwest shores of the River Eryx,
It's a really pretty river.
while Rattray sits on the northeastern banks.
The community in Blairgowrie is absolutely the beating heart. There are 150 community groups. Basically, if you're interested in doing anything, Blairgowrie will have a group of people who share that interest. It's a community that you can have fun in.
Perth and Dundee are within a 30 to 40 minute commute by car and a tad longer by bus. Blair's main shopping streets boast more than 200 local shops and businesses, but its most famous export? Soft fruits. Blair's other nickname is, after all, the Berry Tune.
I absolutely can attest to the fact that Blairgowrie has the best raspberries and strawberries from anywhere.
People also come here for its rich pickings in terms of outdoor pursuits.
What would you recommend sports-wise for the summer?
Oh, mountain biking is one of the best ones here. We've got a lot of paths and trails you can use. You've got water sports fairly close at hand, lots of lochs and rivers. So it's paddleboarding, canoeing, kayaking, and a bit of climbing. You're really only about 40 minutes from anything here.
That's what's kind of attracted us to the area, isn't it? We kind of want to be nestled in amongst all the activities.
And that's the beauty here. You can be in the heart of it all and still enjoy the splendid isolation that these landscapes offer. We're hopping over the border into Angus now, to the small village of Curtin of Glenisla. The largest settlement in the Glenisla Valley, the community has a church, a village hall and a hotel with a bar, a restaurant and, yes, your eyes do not deceive you, a tartan reliant robin. 2 miles south of the village, in an idyllic rural spot with stunning views across to Mount Blair and Glen Clover, sits our second property.
Wow.
Wow.
A former farmhouse built around 1880.
There we are.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That
very,
is
very cool.
really, really nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be.
Absolutely.
And really pretty. Definitely has Victorian proportions to it. You'll see when we go around it. The other thing with it, though, is that it has already got existing planning to make it bigger.
Okay.
Come on, let's have a look.
We'll be looking at the plans for the impressive extension in detail later. But first, we'll start in the conservatory added by the vendors 15 years ago.
You can tell we're in mosquito country, can't you? There we are. Huge footprint to this.
Yeah, look at that great dining table.
Yeah, there's a good space.
I think it works a treat, but it leads off from the kitchen, which is in here. Which makes perfect sense, really.
Okay.
I mean, it's big enough, isn't it?
It's not your modern open plan.
Sure.
Although there's a hint of it, obviously, going through to there.
Yeah.
It's very homely, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice kitchen.
It has got a really nice feel to it.
It does, yeah.
I do like the wood.
I think they'll find the same homely feeling next door.
So through then to the main living room with wood burner, which is rather nice. Not huge, to be fair, but I think it's compensated for by the conservatory.
Sure.
It's nice though.
It is a lovely, lovely room.
Now, it has got 3 bedrooms, this one, as it stands. The main one is through here.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Here we go.
Ooh, look at that window.
Wow, yeah, that's lovely, that. Look at the trees out there.
Yeah.
Double doors out to that portion of the patio area, as you can see, plus shower en suite in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good sized room, isn't it?
This is good, and I like the height.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
straight out there for a coffee in the morning. On a summer's day, it'd be great.
I have a hunch they'll be as pleased with the upstairs bedrooms as they are with the downstairs.
Oh, this is a nice room.
Double beds.
I know.
Perfect. Yeah, it is really nice. And plenty of floor space.
Yeah, like they've got one desk for one kid, one desk for the other kid.
Yeah.
Doing the homework.
Yeah, it's great.
A family bathroom is sandwiched between the 2 bedrooms.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice room too.
Yeah, they're great sizes, aren't they? if this was your mum's room, she can have her own little lounge, you know,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
can have a chair
Yeah, this
here.
is big
and
enough,
stuff.
isn't it, to
Yeah,
put something else in?
yeah, it's great.
And as the family grows, so too could the house. The present owners have planning permission for a really quite exciting extension. Designed by a local architect, I'm going to talk Jess and Graham through the vision.
So this is what is proposed. Have a look. Here's the existing gable,
Yeah.
and you can see the conservatory. And what they're proposing is a two-storey link in that gap that then leads out to this cantilevered extension.
Oh, wow.
On the ground floor of the two-storey gap extension, a downstairs cloakroom and utility would be created. Upstairs would see the addition of a new landing linking the old farmhouse with the new extension built onto the bank. This would house 2 ensuite double bedrooms. The anticipated cost of this work? Around £100,000, and it would increase the total square footage of the property by almost a third.
I'm loving that.
My goodness me, what a difference it could make.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Agreed. Exciting.
The house sits on a plot of around half an acre and includes this large patio at the front, hard standing with a greenhouse, raised beds and a veggie plot, a useful outbuilding and a double garage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is good, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, this is a decent size.
Yeah,
You could
really.
have a bit of the business going on in here.
Yeah, it's great.
All in all, it's a pretty splendid offering. All that's left is for Jess and Graham to put a price on it.
So, what do we think, sir?
I've got no clue with this one, but I'm going to guess it's at the top of our budget, so offers over £350,000.
Yeah.
Pounds.
And I'm going to say offers over £340,000.
£1,000.
Yes.
Okay, well, you are right, madam.
Oh.
Yes.
Done.
There you go.
I wasn't sure at first, but actually walking around now and seeing it a bit more, I do really like it. And
Yeah.
that price does kind of work, yeah?
100%.
This detached Victorian farmhouse has a conservatory, country kitchen, cosy sitting room and 3 bedrooms. It has planning permission for an impressive 2-storey extension and sits on a plot of half an acre with stunning views across the valley. It's on the market for offers over £340,000.
We maybe wouldn't need that right now. But
Absolutely
maybe
not.
when the boys are a bit bigger and they want their own bedrooms, that would be good.
Yeah, well, it gives us so much more space, doesn't it? It's a really, really cool addition to this house.
This is something that we've been after. This kind of idea of this communal living and working and having the different areas for hobbies, I think would really work for us.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it offers a lot, yeah.
Our last stop of the day is Loch Tummel, 6 miles west of Blairgowrie, where we're picking up 2 VIPs.
Look at this, got enough stones?
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, there we go, get another one. Let's get another one.
4-year-old Cooper and 2-year-old Woody.
Shall we have a bit of a skim off then, Graham?
Let's try it.
Shall we?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Wow!
Pretty good. Whoa!
Good one.
That was like 5. Fair
That's all right.
play. Well
Happy with
played.
that?
You pick one for me.
Here you are, I'll give you a winner. There you are.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, great. Perfect. Straight in.
Great. You can lead a horse to water.
Well, you can't make it skim, apparently.
Go on, go on.
Hey!
Right then. Cup of tea and a piece of cake?
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't say no.
Yes.
Maybe a wee dram.
Let's do that.
Who wants some cake?
We want cake.
Yep.
I can't think of a better way to round off our day. If the splendour of this part of Scotland has captured your heart, here's what you need to know about house prices before making the move here. The average cost of a detached house in Scotland is just over £335,000. But in Perth and Kinross, that figure rises to more than £377,000. Living amongst these landscapes comes at a price, but that doesn't appear to be putting buyers off, as a local agent explains.
The property market's very buoyant at the moment. Properties are still selling quite quickly. We had one that went under offer the day it went up for sale, and we're getting a good selection of families, couples and retirees looking to move to the area. So things have picked up again nicely.
Of course, there are properties to suit all budgets and tastes. Take a look at a selection of what else is currently on the market. This 3-bed detached property has a cosy lounge, a contemporary kitchen with separate dining area and a beautifully landscaped rear garden. On the market for offers over £289,950. £450,000 could land you this former schoolhouse. Now a unique and distinctive home with a large double-height open-plan kitchen, living, dining room. 2 bedrooms and 2 luxuriously appointed bathrooms. Or for a short break, this idyllic contemporary cabin sleeps 2 in an open-plan room that houses a double bed, a spot for dining, a cosy seating area and a small but perfectly formed kitchen. The separate shower room has lots of quirky features, including this lovely copper sink, and there's a spacious covered veranda complete with log-burning stove. Prices start from £155 per night with a minimum 2-night stay.
Well, I am sure that the properties we saw yesterday are still swirling through the minds of both Jess and Graham, but today is another day, our final day of house hunting here with them in Perth and Kinross, which means, of course, we have but one more property to come, our mystery house. Now, what I'm about to show them, I guarantee they will not be expecting. It may well challenge them in all sorts of ways, but before we get to it, time to catch up with them and do a bit of scene setting.
It's Mystery House time, and we're making our way to the town of Alyth. The community here has everything to hand, including a butcher's, a small supermarket, a library, a post office, a hardware store, and a primary school. The icing on the cake, however, is that whichever direction you walk out of town, you'll access some of the most magnificent rural scenes. Like this one, 4 miles north of Alyth, where I've brought Jess and Graham.
Now, this is the River Isla. Have you ever been here before?
No, not to this spot, but what a place.
This Reekie Lynn, the falls, absolutely stunning. Would this be somewhere for you to bring the kids, do you think, for a little wander?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, picnic down here, bit of an explore. Yeah.
And all of this on your doorstep, potentially, because our mystery house is not far away from here.
Right. Nice, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave you to explore this area. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead to the mystery house, get it all ready for you.
Okay.
And I'll see you soon. Enjoy the view.
Cheers.
Our mystery house sits on the very outskirts of Alyth.
Right, come and have a peek at our mystery house. Now, granted, it perhaps is not the prettiest mystery house we've ever shown, but for the properties this week, it is the biggest.
In fact, it's actually 2 properties, with a 3-bedroom dwelling on the ground floor and a completely separate 3-bed flat above.
However, there is a catch. And the catch is, this is a total renovation project.
Whether Jess and Graham keep the two properties separate, one for them and one for Mum, or merge them into one, they'd need to knock it about a bit to make it work for their growing family.
It's going to take some imagination, of course, and some money. But here's the other bit of good news. It's also the cheapest property of the week so far.
This is a property just waiting for someone to come and breathe new life into it, and Jess and Graham might be just the couple to do it.
Welcome to our mystery house.
Wow.
What are you thinking, I wonder?
Yeah. I mean, I like the look of it. I do like this style of house.
I am pleasantly surprised by this.
Are you?
Yeah, genuinely.
Built in 1970 as a bungalow, then given another floor to produce a separate dwelling. So what it gives you are 2 3-bed properties.
Oh, wow.
One above the other.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
However, it does need a total makeover.
Okay, interesting.
You're looking like, oh no!
I'm looking like I want to get in.
Come on, let's have a look. Now, we've got a choice. Downstairs or upstairs? I would suggest upstairs.
Up first.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on.
The first floor flat has a spacious living room, 3 bedrooms, 1 ensuite, a shower room and a galley kitchen.
I'm quite surprised this is not the other way around, with more window.
Yeah.
This end.
Yeah, that's what it needs. I think you'd absolutely take all this out,
Yeah.
take out the walls that you can, support what you can't, and look at a big open plan living space here, looking out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The downstairs flat has a similar layout, just slightly larger.
So you tell me, what about this?
Yeah, okay.
It's a nice
Yeah.
big room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great sized room, yeah. It needs a lot of work.
It does need a lot doing to it, but I just think a lot of it is actually just cosmetic. New decor, new flooring, put in a wood burner, give it a focal point. It's all to play for.
Yeah.
Am I persuading you in any way, shape or form? I think this is a real opportunity, if I'm honest.
Yeah, not sure at the moment.
I see the potential for sure.
I can see Jess is absolutely struggling, thinking, Jules, what on earth are you saying? This is madness.
I just really struggle to visualise.
I sense I've bamboozled them somewhat with this one, but I'm hopeful that a little time on their own is all they need to see the potential on offer here.
Okay. It's a decent sized kitchen.
Yeah.
We could even make this bit the lounge. What do you think?
I think we need to really think about it, but you could have almost living upstairs and cooking, dining down here. Maybe. Dunno. Would that be too wacky?
I'm beginning to think this may be a gamble that hasn't quite paid off, but it's not over until it's over. Stick with it, honestly. Come and have a look at the garden.
The good-sized garden wraps around the whole house and boasts fantastic views across the Strathmore Hills. Priceless? Let's find out.
So, what do we think then? I can tell you this is a fixed price, all right? So it's not offers over.
Okay, I'm going to guess £305,000.
And I'm going to say £325,000.
Which would give you a bit left over. I don't think enough to make it work. Which is why we've come here, because this is on the market for a fixed price of £250,000.
All right. Okay.
Okay, right.
So that leaves you potentially with 100,000 to throw at this.
Would that make the house work?
It would.
Yeah.
I think it would. Yeah.
This detached 1970s property offers 2 3-bed flats with the potential to reconfigure them into a superb family home. Sitting in the middle of a good-sized garden with uninterrupted views, it's on the market with a fixed price of £250,000.
This could potentially offer us long-term family home that is really big enough for all of us as the boys grow. It's definitely an intriguing proposition.
I feel like I'm struggling to see the finished result. There's just a lot of a house, and it is a really nice house to look at. It's just whether or not we can take on such a project right now.
I'm heading to Loch Farscally now to meet a group who are taking part in a litter pick with a difference. Yep, it's on paddleboards. It's being run by a non-profit organisation that combines outdoor activities like paddleboarding, yoga and running with litter picking. Leading today's session is Leslie Graham.
Well, Leslie, what an amazing spot for this.
So beautiful, isn't it? What a lovely part of the country.
Oh, and the idea of getting out on a paddleboard on a loch,
yeah.
No wonder you all do it, but there is purpose behind it, isn't it? Tell us a bit more about Planet Patrol.
Yeah, there is. So we do litter picks on the lochs and the canals and waterways across the country, but there are people across the world. I think there's over 100 countries who are involved in Planet Patrol now. And then after we collect, we take photos of it and we upload it to it's the Planet Patrol app. And it records what we've collected across the world, and then they report back on that at the end of the year.
So in a way, this is citizen science, isn't it?
It is.
Well, I'm delighted to take part today. Hopefully going to stay relatively dry.
These events are open to anyone who wants to give it a go, with qualified instructors on hand and all equipment provided to make the sessions as accessible as possible.
Right then.
Let's go.
Over the last 6 years, volunteers around the world have recorded nearly 500,000 pieces of litter and categorised it by location, brand and material type.
Of all the litter that's collected and recorded, about 50% of that comes from 10 brands.
That's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
50% from 10 brands, and yet still they're not changing the way they package.
And you'll know them all.
I bet I will.
The biggest offenders are crisp packets, sweet wrappers, drinks cans, plastic bags and bottles.
I mean, the good news is it does actually look pretty clean, doesn't it? Which is, you'd like to think that the message might be getting through to people.
Absolutely.
Just to take their litter home and deal with it properly. I mean, it's not a big ask, is it, really?
It's not. It's like, if you take it out, you can take it home.
Yeah.
By logging what's thrown away and where, the ever-growing evidence base is used to develop targeted solutions, identify the polluters to be held accountable, and help shape government policy to eliminate single-use materials.
Now then, we should probably have a little look at what, well, I say we got. You and I were too busy talking, weren't we?
There's a lot of chat, yeah.
We collected nothing, but I could see everybody else in amongst the trees on the bank. Look at all this. A football, classic. Who found that? I mean, this is party time on the loch, isn't it? How would you leave that behind? Oh, and what have you got in here? Is that barbecue?
Yeah, barbecue, cider cans.
Wow.
Just take it home.
Take it home. You brought it down here, why not take it with you? I think that's a really good illustration of why what you do is so important. But also, I've seen firsthand what fun it is.
Uploading their finds to the app is the last but arguably most important part of the session. And it's very straightforward.
We record by taking a photo, which is through the app,
Dead easy.
and then it will ask us for the brand. And then we add the item and that just gets logged up.
That's brilliant. But guys, thank you so much for having me along for what's been a truly magical experience, paddling out on the loch there, but also to see the great work that you do. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Is that your board?
That's a classic. That's my paddleboard. Oops. Well, this week, of course, we have been firmly focused on trying to find not just a new home for Jess and Graham, but also a hub for their new business as well, plus a wider family lifestyle to go with it. We've travelled far and wide across the region through the doors of 3, I think, really viable properties. But have we managed to find one that will work? Well, they're down there enjoying the river. Let's go and ask them. So, have we had time to have a good chat about it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty confused.
It's a really hard decision. My favourite is number 2. I feel like 2 gives us a lot that we are looking for in terms of the space outside the house.
Yep.
I'd agree with that. I am kind of torn with the opportunity of 3.
Of the mystery house?
Yeah, even though it needs some work that would take, you know, some time. I can really see the potential and understand what you were telling us about that. Whereas the second house we saw, although I absolutely love its location, it's at the top of our budget, and then we need to spend more to get it to be that big enough space. It has all the outdoor space,
yeah,
but it's the indoor space is missing. And I think we'll take the family to both those homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have another, I think that's what we need to do.
Yeah, I think we need another viewing, don't we?
Yeah.
1, 2 and 3.
And perhaps even take a builder with us to number 3.
Very good idea. I wish you all the best of luck, guys. It's been a real pleasure. I know you are here to stay. Your boys are going to grow up as young Scotsmen, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let us know what happens. We'd always love to come back and see where you are in a year or 2.
Amazing, we will do. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks so much for the guidance, yeah.
Absolute pleasure. Well, what a week we've had here in Perth and Kinross, trying to help Graham and Jess and their young family find a home for their future. A move motivated for 2 clear reasons. 1, to find a rural lifestyle for them and their 2 young boys, but also for Graham to enjoy the sense of coming home. And there is nothing quite as attractive as that draw of where you were born. Now, we may not be sending them off with the keys to their new home just yet, but we've certainly pushed them further downstream as they immerse themselves in a new lifestyle and a new life here in this glorious part of the world. I'll see you next time.
Well, after a lot of debate, Jess and Graham ruled out the mystery house, deciding it was too big a project at this time in their lives. They did return with the whole family to house 2, but after scouting out the area, decided they needed to be closer to major road links for their business. Their search continues. If you would like to escape to the country in Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales or England and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.